All right, it's time for Mayor Monday. This morning, we're headed to Clark County to check in with a city booming with development right now.
It's been the story of the last several years for Ridgefield, a spot out in Southwest Washington, of course, where businesses are booming, and we're keeping a close eye on them because companies like In-N-Out Burger and Costco are planning to open locations in Ridgefield. Some big developments there. So joining us live with some updates for his city, we have Ridgefield Mayor Ron Onslow. Good morning.
Good morning.
Appreciate the time. Again, Ridgefield, every time we talk about Ridgefield, we're talking about growth and development.
Yeah.
It just
so hot right
constantly building. It really is. How is the city participating in Washington State's Growth Management Act? What is the Growth Management Act?
Well, the Growth Management Act was put in about the early 90s, but it tells us that we have to contribute land for development for both commercial and for housing. And so they are asking us every 10 years to update our growth plan to the state, and that we will be responsible for providing land for housing and land for jobs.
Mm-hmm. Well, and as Travis mentioned earlier, that growth plan is now including some projects like In-N-Out Burger, Costco. We've got some big development coming to your community. So what is that going to mean for Ridgefield in the years to come?
Well, we're pretty excited about it. It's actually, we've got an 80-acre parcel that's right next to I-5 and our main road into Ridgefield, and Costco is going to use about 15 of those acres, and then there's going to be In-N-Out Burger in the same site. Other companies will be coming in, but it'll all be, when it happens, it'll be going fast. And in fact, actually, right now it's going really fast because Costco takes about, from the time that they start building, it'll take them 180 days. So they expect to be open in September.
Wow.
This year.
That's pretty quick.
It is pretty quick. Costco knows, I mean, you talk about a company that knows how to find locations and build them up quick to get their doors open. Yeah, that is definitely a company that knows how to get it done. And with all this infrastructure, and again, talking about the growth, I mean, just 15 years ago, I was in Ridgefield all the time. My cousins grew up in Ridgefield and off to that side of town. Even my youngest cousin, in fact, was he was the Sputter mascot for the Ridgefield Sputters back in high school. But I would go and visit them, and there was so much land open, and you talk about all these housing projects. How is this funding supply working for these projects?
Well, basically, funding supply is not, is how are we going to pay for the infrastructure? Mm-hmm. Sewer is all set. We're ready to go with that. Clark Regional handles all of that. The roads are another issue. We instituted a tax on that. And so we should be funded, that should be funded fairly equally. Bringing in new businesses like Costco and In-N-Out Burger and the like that are going in there, that is a different thing. The state of Washington has started the tax increment financing, and so we expect to spend about $30 million on roads and connections for all of those businesses that are coming in.
Wow. It's a lot happening. So where can Ridgefield residents stay on top of all of this development? Where can they go to find some information about these projects?
Well, we have a site online, and it's called Roundtable, Ridgefield Roundtable. Okay. And they can go on that, and they can bring up any subject that we have going, and they can comment on it. There's surveys out there that they can join in on.
And finally, Mayor, before we go, just one question I have to ask. Are you dialed into In-N-Out's secret menu? Are you an animal style fan for the burger and fries?
I am not. It's funny. I've not ever been to one. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Something tells me they may let you skip some of the line.
Yeah, as you should. As you should. Yeah,
you won't have to wait in that parking lot. You can go check it out.
Yeah, to Emily's point, get that animal style.
Yes.
That's where it's at.
Okay.
All right.
I'll remember that.
Mayor, really
Thanks,
appreciate
Mayor.
your time.
Thank you very much for coming this morning. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good one.
And again, to stay up to date on what's happening in cities across our area, you can always check out the previous Mayor Monday segments on coin.com. Just click on the AM Extra tab. Ridgefield, I know we keep saying it, but it has just boomed in a way that not many smaller towns have boomed. It's not